Everyone, my name is MercurioBlue, and I'll be Double Master 2022 Collector Booster Box. I remember Double Masters 2022 had a lot of hype associated with it because it came, hot on the heels, or not maybe not literally hot on the heels, but it was like a follow-up to very popular earlier expansion known as Double Masters, which, I guess was very, very underprinted COVID. So, like the booster packs had actually spiked up to $700. Or not the booster pack, but the boxes spiked up $700 just because of how hard it was to get copies of it. Here we go. Splicer, which was from I think like New Pyrex. I think it might have been New Pyrexia block. A 1/1 that comes with a 3/3 vigilance. Seeker of the Way. Cons of Tarkir staple. This is also like notable for being a downshift from uncommon to common, which made it legal to play in Pauper. Ground Assault, also a downshift, originally printed in Gate Crash. Arachnus Web, basically like the green arrest. It combos with Arachnus Spinner, which is a 6 mana 5/7 play this card. Specifically Arachnus Web. Or I think it's also a library, but no. Bell Pierce, constructed staple days. Orzhov Basilica, really cool in your Amulet of Vigor deck, assuming you have anything that just mana. Rakdos Carnarium, really good in those decks. Amulet of Vigor, or, a land that generates 2 mana. Demir Aqueduct again. Another generates mana. Tapped. That's the new Amulet of Vigor. Blood Artist. Good in your sacrifice decks. I mean, Yawgmoth was playing one. I don't know if they still do. I think they switched playing Willport Cutthroat because Willport Cutthroat gets around one section of Solid Pride Mage. Well, this was a card I remember getting a lot of play in Modern back in the day, but it feels like just gone so power creeped past like this specific card. Boros Garrison, probably the most playable of the bounce lands I've seen so far in like Modern, or seen so far in this video. Because this gets played as a Titan. Killer of the Parents. I think this saw. I don't remember if this saw play in anything. It might have seen play in like 5-color humans at one point. I'm not 100% sure. But hey, Force Negation, Borderless, that's cool. I mean, this sees a lot of play because it's really good. One Ring. Even it's even playable in like Legacy. Animar, Soul of Element. Has a lot of like very specific, like I guess such good with like creatures, and protection from white and black means like it's harder to like remove since like most spells black. And a foil Sensei's Divining Top. aka Time Waster, which I'm assuming that's like the reason it's like banned modern, is wastes a lot of time putting top back on your library and stuff, but then a bore token. I mean, isn't that the reason why they banned Yorion and like modern? Is like, oh, it wastes time because people are playing 80 card decks or something. It's like, Hero to Games originally from Theros Beyond Death. It has heroic, but it doesn't actually have the keyword heroic because I guess they didn't want to like back the keyword heroic for like 3 or 4 cards that were in the set that had this mechanic. Anointer of Valor. I don't really remember where this card came from, but I know definitely it was bugged on Magic Online for a while, and you could, I think it's like you could use it even if your opponent controls. I don't like brain. I mean, it just triggers off any creature attacking. That's probably why, but like I think it's like your opponent could like use it. Change. Forbidden Alchemy. Um, I don't know if this ever saw like it might have seen like some standard play at some point. I mean, it's like a really cool idea, like being able to impulse at instant speed twice. Call the Feast from Ixalan. You know, 4 mana for 3/3 worth of lifelink power toughness over 3 bodies. Esmina's transmutation from War to Spark. Like, wait, it's just like the blue frogify type thing or whatever ability. Like sometimes they make it into an O2, but Wall of Omens pretty good with like blink effects. Definitely used to see play in light full slash mid type decks. Bear's Companion. I just love the idea of like, I mean, this is from Bonds of Tarkir, but I love the idea of like a 5 mana 2/2 that are good with like blinking, exiling to use the ETB. Terminate. I mean, they've printed this like a bunch of times. Staple in or black red decks. Like black red evoke, Jund. Rakdos Carnarium, another bounce land. Boiling Oracle. Man. That's a really cool design. Yeah, just 2 mana 1/1 that draws a card or can ramp you if the top card of your library is a land. It's kind of like, actually, if you think about it, like Risen Reef is just kind of like the over Boiling Oracle. So I guess Risen Reef puts the land into play tapped. Difference. Rule Turf also sees play in Amulet Titan. And Child of Alara, aka Angry. I don't. There's probably some deck that plays in EDH, I don't know really. And Gifts Ungiven, man, I remember when this card actually to get played in Modern, but I think it's just too slow. Is to do this. And then Rishkar Pima Renegade. I remember playing this card in Standard during the when you could play Golgari counters. And then, ooh, Foil City of Brass. Yeah. That is pretty beautiful. Foil City of Brass. Definitely getting blind by a spider. Eldrazi Scion token. I remember when I was like younger, and I think the first City of Brass I saw was like from Chronicles, because I wasn't playing when Arabian Nights was just released or whatever, so it wasn't really like those packs or whatever, just because Magic wasn't really like carried in a lot of places like it is nowadays. You can just go to like Walmart or Target or like get the cards that way. You have to go to like very specific places. Your local card store that might have it or might not. I don't know. Anyways, Militia Bugler. I remember this. I think it was like from M 2019 or something. This used to see a little bit of play in like humans, modern humans and stuff. Oh yeah, back to what I was saying about like City of Brass. It's like I didn't really understand why you would want to like damage yourself to tap for mana but I don't know. That was sort of like early Magic thoughts or whatever. Like, have you ever had that like you had like these ideas about like what was good in Magic and then played more of the game, you realize, oh, that's not actually like things that you thought were bad in Magic. That'll be good. So Einog Bondkin from Bonds of Tarkir, +1/+1 counter synergies. Actually, I should be probably putting this in my ED deck now that I think about it. But anyways, Spark Mage's Gambit. You know, like a smaller version of Wrap in Flames. I think this was in like Oh for the Gatewatch. Aether Snipe from, I think Lorwyn originally. A sorcery speed bounce spell for 3 or a 6 mana thing. Even Initiate from Amonkhet. So one thing I never really understood is like, I guess Embalm has like no mana cost, but Eternalize keeps the mana cost. I don't know why this thing. Scale Blessing from Dragons of Tarkir. A +1/+1 counter synergy card. Abzan Charm. I remember I like this card a lot when it was like a standard card because it was very flexible. Burning Tree Emissary, also like a pretty good card in standard. Because it lets you like in the right decks you can basically dump your entire hand. Go Burning Tree Emissary, Burning Tree Emissary, Burning Tree Emissary, 2-drop, whatnot. Golgari Rot Farm, another bounce land. I think I'm starting to see this see play in Amulet Titan now over the like the other bounce lands, I think because it pays for Dismember. And I don't think they're using like the Polaria West anymore, probably because Young Pyromancer. Remember when this card like came out originally, like Magic 2014? People were actually playing this in like Legacy. Ren and 6 got printed, and then they don't card anymore. Legacy. I mean, not that Ren and 6 is so legal. Monastery Swift Spear, staple in your red aggressive decks. And Elenda the Duskrow. 4 mana, 1/1 lifelink that grows. Dies into 4 lifelink creatures. Pretty neat. And Privileged Position, which Yeah, I mean, if you get like double privilege precision into play, I mean, you can't. I mean, if you can copy it in EDH, then I guess all your stuff is hexproof. Sure. And a foil to fairies protection. That's kind of neato. Yeah, foil to fairies protection. And a Vidalcan or a neat foil. Definitely the EDH deck. Air Monk from Monastery Mentor. And Vampire Sovereign. This was in 2019. It's basically like the flying Deadly Recluse. I mean, this is like the green Huskard Captain. Also goes with like your 1/1 counter synergies. Bloodwater Entity. Kind of like a twist on the like a yeah, I feel like this is a really cool like draft card. Probably too slow for like constructed, but you know, just like a 2/2 flyer with prowess that can let you like give you improve your card selection by putting in from graveyard on top of your library. That's neat. Rampant Growth, which they don't really print this into standard anymore. I think just because like 2 mana ramp like this is standard. Not necessarily quite good enough for like modern. Predict Bolt is a really cool design. You know, a damage spell that also lets pulse. And Wash Out, which I've definitely seen this get played in EDH before, but I don't know why. I think I've seen it get played in EDH on Earth, which I think I think they made them modern legal, and I think it's like Modern Horizon. People play it occasionally, still just because there's a lot of like 2 or 3 mana value creatures you can return with it. Thought Scour to get played in Tide, not really anymore. They've got like better things for that. For Murktide, better cantrips like Consider just strictly better. I guess Unearth again. Is it Boiler Works? A bounce land. Dauntless Escort, which I think I tried messing around with this in like a Coco deck, but ended up not really being like that full. Liliana Last Hope. That's you know. Yeah, I remember this playing this card in like standard, and it was even actually like playable for a little bit too, because there was a lot of like X1s at the time, and you know 3 mana Planeswalker, like a little bit of like value and a threatening ultimate. And it's a DC Brood Tyrant from Arcare. You know, helps with your delve stuff by milling you, and then also like can make 2/2 zombie creature tokens for you, and Forbidden Orchard, which yeah, I mean this is cool in like your combo decks, like if you got like a Oath of Druid or something, go crazy with it. That's the only thing I can think of that you want to play with it in a zombie. Okay, well that was like alright. Box got a Force of Negation, and a foil Sensei Divining Top. and a foil Sabrath, the foil Elenda the Dusk Rose, and a foil the Fairies Protection, and a Liliana the Last Hope. I don't know if this is worth anything, but I mean, it looks neat at least. Forbidden Orchard foil, and the Dalkin Quarry foil, and a Privilege. Anyways, let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Did you enjoy, or also let me know if you enjoyed, Double Masters original or Double Masters 2022. And if you like the video, or please like the video and leave a comment and or subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And if you want to see more content, please check out my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/MercurioBlue. I stream from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific, 4 to 5 days. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the video. Bye.